Welcome back. Persons between ages 18 and 30 years old who are interested in youth work are being encouraged to apply to serve on the CARICOM of Youth Ambassadors SVG Committee. The committee is assigned under the CARICOM Youth Ambassadors of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to the Youth Affairs Department within the Ministry of Youth. It is charged with the responsibility of deepening regional integration efforts on a national level. Applications from youth across mainland St. Vincent as well as the Grenadines are invited. Applications will close on November 25, 2016. Persons can visit the Youth Department for forms or for more information. St. Vincent and the Grenadines has dropped 2 places in its position in the World Bank Ease of Doing Business 2017 ranking. In the report, which was released on October 25, 2016, this country is ranked 125 compared to 123 in the previous year's report. New Zealand topped the rankings, while Somalia ranked last at 190. The World Bank Ease of Doing Business report reviews business regulations and their enforcement across 190 countries. The report looks at the regulatory environment for small and medium-sized companies to see how it hampers or helps them conduct business, from starting up and paying taxes to registering property and trading across borders. In relation to starting a business, this country is ranked 83, dealing with construction permits 55, getting electricity 85, registering property 165, getting credit 157, protecting monetary investment 87, paying taxes 98, enforcing contract 53, trading across borders 88, and resolving insolvency 169. The duty-free concession on Christmas barrels will run from November 14th to December 31st this year. This is the 16th consecutive year the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines is rolling out this duty-free barrel program for the Christmas season. In his address at the Independence Day Military Parade at Victoria Park on Thursday, October 27, 2016, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves noted that 2015 and some 18,000 barrels were processed during the concessionary period.
6. The annual duty-free concession for Christmas barrels will commence on Monday, November the 14th, 2016 and run to December the 31st, 2016. Last year, there were some 18,000 such barrels.
Minister of Transport and Works Senator Honorable Julian Francis apologized to the people of Spring Village and surrounding areas for the length of time it took to get the Cumberland Bridge construction project started. In his address at the groundbreaking ceremony to officially launch the project, the Honorable Minister said that the considerable river defense work was done to the river to lessen the fears of the residents after their experience on Christmas Eve Day 2013. He said the work was done for the first 4 months after Christmas 2013, saved many lives during the passage of Tropical Storm Matthew this year. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves said that the project is expected to start November 10, 2016.
Which for the works which are to be done, it means that Trinidad contractors have to work fast. And I want to say this, it is in their interest that they work even faster than the timelines which they have given, because for a contractor time is money.
The Prime Minister took the opportunity to outline the many features expected to be derived from the bridge reconstruction.
It is going to be 82.35 feet long. It's going to be longer than Hope by 4 feet. It's going to be a 2-lane bridge. And you're going to have a pedestrian walkway which is going to be 4 feet wide. It ain't going to be a little thing where you just have to jam up. You're going to have enough space for you to walk properly.
He added the bridge is designed to last at least 100 years.
Not one of us here will outlive this bridge. And the height of the bridge is going to be 15 feet from below the riverbed. Having enough height to accommodate the raging waters.
Mexican ambassador to the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, OECS, His Excellency Luis Manuel Lopez Moreno, said he was happy to be at the launch of the project. He told those in attendance at the launch that the project formed part of his government's plan to assist with development in the Eastern Caribbean, especially building infrastructure in the resident states. Mexico, he said, was pleased to make this contribution and was committed to fostering closer relations with Caribbean partners through cooperation efforts. Mexico is the largest economy in the Greater Caribbean and the 11th largest in the world. The launch was also addressed by Mr. Geoff Wilson of UNOPs and Rameshwar Mahaba, Managing Director of Trinidad Contractors Project Contractor. Parliamentary representative for Central Leeward and the Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Sir Louis Straker, said that he is not perturbed by any threats of court action by operatives in the opposition New Democratic Party, NDP, on whether he has renounced his citizenship from the U.S.
Well, the trouble is, when some lawyers, when they write to you, they expect you to shake in your boots and to genuflect to them. When you don't do that, they say you're arrogant. People who know me and who have related to me would never say that I'm an arrogant person. But when you don't shake at some of these lawyers, they think, oh, he got a lawyer letter, so therefore he has to be afraid. When you don't do that, they say, oh, he's arrogant. He's not kowtowing. He's not bowing down to me. He's not genuflecting. So they say I'm arrogant. But I'm not an arrogant person. People who know me would not say that I'm arrogant. Not at all. Okay. But I'm surprised that they give me 7 days or they go into High Court. I am amazed that they still can't go to High Court. What is keeping them back?
Lawyer for the NDP, Kebakas Betis, at a media conference, said we need to know if he's a U.S. citizen, which will make him ineligible to run for parliament.
I want to refer to the voter registration search which was conducted, and the press can have sight of this when we are through, which has Mr. Straker's name entered, voter information, that is in the United States, as somebody who is validly on the list and who can vote. It has his name, his date of birth, the zip code where he is living, and his address. Then there is this document, which again you can have sight of, which we researched, that shows, for example, that Camilo Gonzalez is now inactive, which supports the fact that Camilo Gonzalez, gave up his American citizenship. Lo and behold, for Louis Straker, and it gives his numbers and so forth, he is listed boldly as active. So my clients are not being malicious. They are deeply concerned that the law of the land is being flouted by Mr. Straker, and I think they have a legitimate interest to ask him the question.
Speaking on radio October 26, Sir Louis Straker gave the assurance that he will not be intimidated and is prepared for whatever lies ahead. In response to his claims made that some 900 signatures have been obtained from constituents in Central Leeward, with regards to Sir Louis Straker coming forward to state whether his U.S. citizen has been renounced, speaking to another television media house, Sir Louis Straker said that he is not moved by such claim either.
Well, I can't say anything. If the other folks have evidence of what they want, that I am a citizen of the United States, then proceed to court and let us take the evidence in court as to what they have and what I have. I've said before and I say it again, they are making an absolute fool of themselves. They should go to P.R. Campbell or listen to Starkey. Not too long ago you have a headline in the news saying that it is not an issue, and they should follow that. I don't understand how grown people could make a fool of themselves like that, making a complete fool of themselves. Go to court and let us meet there. That's all I can say now. I'm anxious for us to court. Anxious.
Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves has given advice to the NDP and its lawyers not to pursue the matter in court, since it could come with a heavy cost. In response to a question posed by opposition Senator Dr. Jules Ferdinand, Dr. Gonsalves made it clear that Sir Louis Straker is not a U.S. citizen, even quoting NDP's founder, Sir James Mitchell, who stated on radio that he would not have checked Sir Louis' citizenship status when he first contested in the Central Leeward seat in 1994. Bertrand Commission said they will have to be going to court next month.
Transcripts, preparation for the Court of Appeal, because the Court of Appeal must see every document that was used in the court below. Every document that was before, every argument that was put before Mr. Justice Cottle on our side and their side has to be put to the Court of Appeal, and these comprise it. In one constituency alone. Can you imagine? We had one for Central Leeward and one for North Windward. So it took some time, and that's why the thing is not ready for the Court of Appeal that sat here last month. But be assured it's ready now, and we're ready to go to appeal. And we can have a hearing either in October,
October's almost finished.
October, or go in Grenada next month. And one hopes that if the application is made, the Court of Appeal will recognize this for what it is. It's an important matter that has to do with the administration of the country, the judge running the country, and the composition of Parliament, and let us get an early hearing.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines' new permanent representative to the Organization of American States, OAS, Luan Gilchrist, has presented her credentials to the OAS Secretary, General Luis Almagro. The OAS said the presentation took place on Wednesday during a ceremony at the OAS headquarters in Washington. The organization said Ambassador Gilchrist highlighted the continued commitment of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to the OAS and its guiding principles. According to the OAS, Ambassador Gilchrist said since St. Vincent and the Grenadines became a member of the OAS in 1981, only 2 years after the nation obtained independence from Great Britain, it has been committed to promoting and strengthening 4 main pillars and principles enshrined in the OAS Charter. The new ambassador gave the assurance of this country's unwavering commitment to integral and sustainable development, democracy and governance, multidimensional security, and the protection of human rights. Stay with us, more local news following the break.